The gentle sweep that would save countless lives from weather-related crashes began its arc across the windshield of a New York streetcar on a snowy day in 1903. Mary Anderson, a real estate developer from Alabama visiting the city, watched with growing concern as the trolley operator repeatedly stopped the vehicle to manually clear snow and ice from the front window, leaving passengers stranded in traffic while visibility was restored. "There has to be a better way to keep the windshield clear without stopping every few minutes," Anderson thought, as she observed the dangerous ritual that forced drivers to choose between blindly continuing through storms or repeatedly halting traffic to clean their windows by hand. The safety implications were obvious and terrifying. Within months, Mary Anderson would patent the world's first practical windshield wiper system, creating a simple mechanical device that would become one of automotive history's most essential safety innovations. Her invention would solve the fundamental problem of weather visibility that had made driving in rain, snow, or sleet a deadly gamble for millions of motorists. The engineering achievement was remarkable for its elegant simplicity. Anderson had created a manually operated mechanism that could clear precipitation from windshields while vehicles remained in motion, eliminating the need for dangerous stops or blind driving that had caused countless weather-related accidents. Most significantly, Anderson's innovation came from someone entirely outside the male-dominated automotive and engineering industries of 1903, proving that breakthrough solutions to fundamental problems could emerge from unexpected sources when practical need met creative thinking. If you love discovering the untold stories behind automotive history's most incredible innovations, please like this video and subscribe to the Car Chronicles. 1885–1903. The Weather Visibility Crisis. From the automobile's earliest days, weather presented an insurmountable challenge to safe vehicle operation. Rain, snow, sleet, and fog transformed windshields into opaque barriers that prevented drivers from seeing roads, traffic, or obstacles ahead. The problem was not merely inconvenient, it was genuinely life-threatening. Early automobile windshields were fixed glass panels that provided protection from wind and debris, but became deadly liabilities during precipitation. Drivers had no practical way to maintain clear vision while remaining in motion, creating an impossible choice between stopping frequently or continuing blindly through storms. Weather driving in the early 1900s was essentially Russian roulette, recalled automotive historian James Flink. Drivers either stopped every few minutes to manually clean their windshields, blocking traffic and risking rear-end collisions, or they attempted to drive blind through precipitation, often with fatal consequences. The manual cleaning process was dangerous and ineffective. Drivers had to stop their vehicles, exit into the storm, and use cloths or scrapers to clear accumulated precipitation from glass surfaces. This process exposed them to traffic hazards while creating obstacles for other vehicles attempting to navigate storm conditions. Some drivers removed windshields entirely during storms, accepting direct exposure to precipitation rather than driving with completely obscured vision. This solution eliminated visibility problems, but created new dangers from wind, rain, flying debris, and temperature extremes that could impair driver judgment and vehicle control. Professional drivers and early automotive enthusiasts recognized that weather visibility represented one of the automobile's fundamental unsolved problems. Unlike mechanical reliability issues that could be addressed through better engineering, the windshield clearing challenge seemed to require active human intervention that was incompatible with safe vehicle operation. The problem was particularly acute in northern climates, where winter driving involved snow, ice, and freezing conditions that made manual windshield clearing both difficult and dangerous. Many potential automobile buyers avoided purchase specifically because weather visibility problems made automotive transportation unreliable and hazardous. 1902–1903, Anderson's observation. A. Mary Anderson was not an engineer, inventor, or automotive expert when she made the observation that would change automotive safety forever. She was a successful real estate developer and entrepreneur from Birmingham, Alabama, who was visiting New York City during the winter of 1902-1903. Anderson's background in real estate had developed her practical problem-solving skills and attention to operational efficiency. She was accustomed to identifying systematic problems and developing practical solutions that could be implemented cost-effectively across multiple applications. During her New York visit, Anderson frequently used streetcars for transportation around the city. On snowy days, she repeatedly experienced the frustrating and dangerous process of transit delays caused by operators' need to manually clear precipitation from front windows. Anderson watched trolley operators stop every few blocks to scrape snow and ice from their windshields, noted transportation historian Ruth Schwartz Cowan. She understood immediately that this wasn't just an inconvenience. It was a fundamental safety problem that affected every vehicle operator in adverse weather conditions. The streetcar experience provided Anderson with crucial insights into both the scope and urgency of the weather visibility problem. She observed that manual cleaning was time-consuming, dangerous for operators, disruptive to passengers, and completely inadequate during heavy precipitation when windows became obscured faster than they could be cleaned manually. Anderson also recognized that the problem would become more severe as automobile ownership expanded. Unlike trolley operators who had professional training and experience, ordinary automobile drivers would be even less capable of safely managing weather visibility challenges while maintaining vehicle control. Her entrepreneurial instincts suggested that any practical solution to weather visibility would have enormous commercial potential as automobile adoption accelerated throughout American society. 1903. The mechanical solution. Anderson's windshield wiper concept was elegantly simple. Create a mechanical device that could sweep precipitation from windshield surfaces while being operated by the driver from inside the vehicle. The mechanism would eliminate the need for dangerous stops while providing continuous visibility maintenance during storms. Her initial design used a spring-loaded arm with a rubber blade that could be moved across the windshield surface through a handle operated from the driver's position. The spring mechanism ensured consistent pressure between the blade and glass while allowing the wiper to follow windshield contours effectively. The operation was entirely manual, requiring drivers to repeatedly move the handle to sweep the wiper across the glass surface. While this demanded some attention and effort, it was infinitely safer and more practical than stopping vehicles for manual windshield cleaning. Anderson's design solved the fundamental challenge of maintaining windshield contact pressure while providing sweeping motion that could be controlled from the driver's seat, explained mechanical engineer Charles Kettering. The spring-loaded arm was brilliant in its simplicity. It automatically adjusted to windshield variations while maintaining effective cleaning contact. The rubber blade was a critical innovation that distinguished Anderson's design from earlier attempts at windshield clearing mechanisms. Rubber provided effective precipitation removal while preventing glass scratching that metal scrapers or brushes could cause. Safety was paramount in Anderson's design philosophy. The wiper mechanism was entirely external to the passenger compartment, eliminating any possibility that the device could injure occupants during operation or accidents. The manual control system was simple enough to operate without requiring significant attention away from driving duties. Anderson understood that widespread adoption would require affordability and reliability. Her design used common materials and simple manufacturing processes that could produce wipers at reasonable cost while ensuring durability under harsh weather conditions. November 10, 1903. The patent. Mary Anderson received United States Patent 743-8-1 for her window cleaning device on November 10, 1903, officially recognizing her as the inventor of the automobile windshield wiper. The patent documentation detailed her mechanical design and established her legal rights to the innovation. The patent description emphasized the practical benefits of continuous windshield cleaning without requiring vehicle stops. Anderson specifically noted that her device would provide means for removing snow, rain, or sleet from the windshield so that the operator can at all times have a clear view of the road ahead. However, Initial reception of Anderson's invention was lukewarm at best. Automobile manufacturers showed little interest in the device, often dismissing it as unnecessary complexity that would add cost and potential maintenance issues to vehicles. Most automotive executives couldn't understand why drivers would want an additional mechanical device on their windshields, recalled automotive industry analyst Alfred Sloan. They believed that good drivers simply avoided driving in storms, making weather visibility devices unnecessary for practical automobile operation. Anderson attempted to license her patent to various manufacturers and automotive accessory companies, but found minimal commercial interest. The automotive industry of 1903 was focused primarily on mechanical reliability and cost reduction, rather than comfort or convenience features. The resistance was also cultural. Many industry leaders believed that automobiles were primarily fair-weather transportation that should not be operated during storms. The concept of all-weather driving that would make windshield wipers essential had not yet emerged in automotive thinking. Despite the patent protection, Anderson was unable to commercialize her invention successfully during the initial patent period. The automotive industry simply wasn't ready for the innovation that would later become indispensable to safe vehicle operation. 1903–1915, the slow recognition. During the first decade after Anderson's patent, windshield wipers remained largely ignored by the automotive industry. Most manufacturers continued to view weather visibility as a driver responsibility rather than a mechanical problem requiring engineered solutions. However, automobile adoption was accelerating rapidly, bringing driving to less experienced operators who lacked the skills and knowledge of automotive pioneers. These new drivers faced weather visibility challenges that professional chauffeurs and automotive enthusiasts had previously managed through experience and training. The expansion of automobile use into everyday transportation created new demands for practical solutions to weather driving problems. Family cars needed to operate reliably in all conditions rather than serving as fair-weather recreation vehicles for mechanical experts. Women drivers, in particular, faced significant challenges with manual windshield cleaning during storms. The physical demands and safety risks of stopping vehicles to clear glass surfaces were particularly problematic for drivers who lacked mechanical experience or physical strength for storm weather maintenance. The democratization of automobile ownership created demand for features that made driving safer and more practical for ordinary people, observed automotive sociologist James Gilbert. Anderson's windshield wiper represented exactly the kind of innovation that expanded automobile accessibility beyond mechanical experts and automotive enthusiasts. By 1910, some automobile accessory manufacturers began offering aftermarket windshield wiper systems based on Anderson's expired patent. These early commercial wipers were expensive and often unreliable, but they demonstrated growing market recognition of weather visibility needs. The increasing urbanization of American society also contributed to windshield wiper demand. City driving involved more frequent stops, starts, and weather exposure than rural automobile use, making clear visibility more critical for traffic safety and efficiency. 1915–1920. Mass adoption. World War I accelerated windshield wiper development and adoption as military vehicles demonstrated the operational necessity of weather visibility systems. Military drivers couldn't avoid storm conditions and needed reliable methods for maintaining clear vision during combat and logistics operations. The war also created a generation of drivers who had experience with various automotive technologies and understood the practical benefits of weather visibility devices. Returning veterans became advocates for windshield wipers and other safety innovations in civilian vehicles. Cadillac became the first major manufacturer to include windshield wipers as standard equipment in 1922, recognizing that luxury car buyers expected comprehensive weather protection. Other manufacturers quickly followed as customer demand became undeniable. The technology evolved rapidly during the adoption period. Electric motor systems replaced manual operation, making windshield wipers more convenient and effective. Variable speed controls and intermittent operation were developed to match wiper activity to precipitation intensity. By 1930, windshield wipers were standard equipment on virtually all American automobiles. The innovation that had been dismissed as unnecessary complexity in 1903 became basic safety equipment that no manufacturer could omit without losing customers. Anderson's invention had evolved from rejected patent to essential safety equipment in less than 3 decades, noted automotive historian David Lewis. The transformation demonstrated how automotive needs changed as driving became universal rather than specialized activity. Modern evolution and impact. Contemporary windshield wiper systems are direct descendants of Mary Anderson's 1903 innovation, following the same basic principles while incorporating sophisticated improvements. Modern systems include rain sensors, variable intermittent operation, and integration with vehicle lighting and climate systems. Advanced materials and manufacturing have improved blade durability and cleaning effectiveness, but the fundamental concept of sweeping precipitation from windshield surfaces remains unchanged from Anderson's original design. Even the most sophisticated automotive technologies still rely on mechanical wiping for weather visibility. Electric and autonomous vehicles use windshield wipers that operate on Anderson's principles. Computer-controlled systems can optimize wiper operation for specific conditions, but they still depend on the mechanical sweeping action that Anderson pioneered over a century ago. The safety impact of windshield wipers is immeasurable. Weather-related visibility continues to be a significant factor in automobile accidents, and conditions would be far worse without the clear vision that wipers provide during precipitation events. Anderson's legacy and recognition. Mary Anderson's invention of the windshield wiper represents one of the most important automotive safety innovations in history, yet she received little recognition or financial benefit during her lifetime. The invention that would become universal automotive equipment was initially dismissed by an industry unprepared for its significance. The story demonstrates how breakthrough innovations often emerge from practical observation rather than formal engineering research. Anderson's solution came from recognizing a fundamental problem and developing an elegant mechanical answer that others had overlooked. From a social perspective, Anderson's invention contributed to the democratization of automobile ownership by making weather driving safer and more practical for ordinary drivers. The technology helped expand automobile access beyond mechanical experts to families and individuals who needed reliable all-weather transportation. The windshield wiper story also illustrates how industries can be slow to recognize innovations that later become indispensable. Anderson's patent expired before the automotive industry understood the commercial potential of weather visibility devices. Contemporary automotive safety systems like automatic emergency braking and lane departure warning build on the foundation that Anderson established. Using technology to maintain driver awareness and vehicle control under challenging conditions. Modern discussions about automotive innovation often focus on complex electronic systems, but Anderson's story reminds us that some of the most important breakthroughs are elegantly simple solutions to fundamental problems that improve safety and accessibility for all drivers. If this story moved you, subscribe to the Car Chronicles and hit that like button. Share it with someone who needs to know that the greatest automotive innovations often come from practical observation rather than complex engineering, and that breakthrough solutions can emerge from unexpected sources when need meets creativity. What's your most challenging weather driving experience? Let us know in the comments how clear visibility has influenced your automotive safety and confidence during storms.